YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. I got a really cool article I want to share with you guys. It's based out of Welland, Ontario. And it's kind of important because it goes to talking about how, or goes into discussion about how, do you remember how I told you guys that we need to find a way to stimulate the economy, and there's obviously going to be grabs by the government to pass laws or pass rules to help stimulate the economy, because it's very important, because our housing market is tied to our economy, unfortunately. And we are so tied to the economy, I think it's more than Venezuela is tied to oil, believe it or not. I'm just speculating, it's my opinion, I don't know nothing, I'm just telling you guys. We are so heavily dependent on housing that everywhere you go is housing being built. You know, I got people from Ontario calling into the show, which Wednesday nights, guys, don't forget to join me Pacific time, 7 p.m. in Trends in the Housing Market, guys, where we have call-ins. I'll put the phone number this time. This last Wednesday, I forgot to put the phone number up for people to call. That's my fault. But anyways, Welland appeals development charges bylaw again. Now watch this. So they're going to expand these woodlands up in Ontario there. And it says here, as developers face the sticker shock of regional development charge increase as high as 400%, okay, 400%, the City of Welland has again launched an Ontario Municipal Board appeal. And someone comments and says, I'm finding now that we have developers contacting us. Almost in shock, said Welland Mayor Frank Campion. Then it says the cost of the DC's development charges, that's short for development charges, on multi-residential in particular was one of the big ones that we were really unhappy about. I don't know where that's going to go, but we're certainly hearing from the development community that they have some issues with the costs, he said. They're substantial in like 20 or 30%. They're in some cases up 400%. Members of the Niagara Region's Corporate Services Committee and met behind closed doors earlier this week to discuss an appeal. So what's happening right here? It says right here, developers want to build, and now the numbers have changed to where it may not be economically feasible to do those builds. We need multi-residential for people who maybe can't afford a single-family home or for student housing. All these types of things sort of dry up. We don't want that to happen. Our residents need that type of option for housing. So what's happening here is they're just raising the percentage of your DC's development charges to astronomical 400%. But these little municipalities, they can do that if they want to protect and preserve the wildlife. And Welland, Niagara, all those parts of that, the bottom of the Golden Horseshoe there. Yes, people do need housing, but what about the 90,000 empty homes in Toronto that no one's addressing? I mean, people are leaving the city in huge numbers. These guys are probably hoping to develop and build and catch those people, catch those city runners. I'm going to coin that term. They're all city runners. They're all running from the city. You know, even here where I live, they're running from the city. They're building new homes just down the street, new development. You know what I'm saying? They're all city runners. They're all running from the big cities. Cost of living is out of control. So now, before they even put a shovel in the ground, the development charges are so high. So like I said, they have to find a way to stimulate the economies now. So I think it's going to be gumshoed and put together by just absolute shenanigans and illegal grabs. And because a lot of these people, I'd be upset if I was a developer working hard and, you know, said, I'm going to build this. I'm going to have more elderly people in this place, more students that might go to University of Niagara Falls, whatever, right? I'll do this. I'll get this done. You know, it's my project and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Boom, you get 400% development charges. Like, how does that make you feel? How does that, you know, you don't feel like you're welcome. You know what I'm saying? You almost feel like they don't want you to build, right? You got to see it from their point of view. And then there's a lot of people waiting on the sidelines, waiting for the housing prices to drop. But then what's to say that when these houses are built, they're going to be affordable anyway? What if when they break land, they get built and they're not even affordable to buy anyway? What's the point? Or what if everything drops in price and interest rates go so high, and interest rates are so high you can't even afford to buy with the stress test? Anyways, we're in a housing disaster right now. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Tune in on Wednesdays for trends in the housing market. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below.